Welcome back to Cataclysm, Dark Days Ahead. Aiden stands before the last known coordinates of a suspicious scientist. Amongst them is something familiar, but now it looks like the end of a Terminator movie. Except Aiden is the scary Terminator robot. Let's wreck some zombies. Aiden is looking down the barrel of dozens of zombies, just slightly off screen now. Dawn is starting to crack, but I can only imagine that a smile is creeping across Aiden's face. This is a challenge and something that we can actually really flex our powers on, because recently I've gotten to the point where the average zombie is not something that Aiden even takes the time to consider. This, however, this is going to be something else. We're going to have to be careful, we're going to have to be considerate, and we're going to have to wipe these guys out. We're going to need to get near these cars. We need something strong to bash these guys against. As soon as we begin here, Aiden immediately pulls out his Gian. We remember that there's a shack to the north. This first feral, he's one of the only ferals in the field that we found. We're going to just walk, not run, and we're going to try and drag him back to the shack above us. It'd be really nice if we could get... Oh, look at that. That's even better. Amazing. The shack is boarded up. That's actually great news. That means that it's less likely that anything will be able to get in as well. We do have this Black Ops zombie and the feral soldier. Those are the two threats that we have to take part of first. The Black Ops zombie seems to have adapted to his old life role and mutated further into it. Its skin radiates a sort of shadowy smoke that obscures its outline, making its camouflage even harder to see against the background. In darkness, it would be nigh invisible. I think what we're going to do is I want to open this door so that if possible, we have a way in there. Oh, and awesome. There's a second one. There's a Bilious. Where's the Bilious? He is not watching us. The Bilious can shoot. Now is the time. Cast wind running. Come on. No, don't cast it on them. Okay. Didn't work. We're going to step over here. We really need to get wind running better. And Aiden begins. His mind focused like a razor and shoves the Black Ops. Oh, it does so much damage to them. Black Ops is dead. Immediately, the feral is down too. We have army, chiefs, bayonets, etc. We somehow sent the Black Ops zombie all the way over here. We just blasted him through the wall into the inside of this place. The other thing that I've just noticed is that there's a bunch of piles of rubble down here. So I have an interesting idea. This window here with the rubble behind it is incredibly valuable to us. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull out our halogen bar and we're going to pry this open, and we are going to attempt to cast wind running if possible. Please, Aiden, can you please concentrate on this? There we go. Okay, we'll take one step over. Can we reach out and grab him? We can, but the window's in the way. He's coming in on his own. Aiden reaches out, grabs him, pulls him in, and he does hit us with acid, so we are going to push him back. Oh, look at that. Our armor is so good. And did any of it get damaged? Because we got hit by acid a bunch. Some of the hub jumpsuit and modular defense system got damaged a little bit, but not enough to matter. When they give us a chance to take a break, we will take a break. What is that guy? That's the bio operator. Oh my god, look, there's so many of them. Oh, this is magnificent. I can only imagine what the loot is going to be like at the end of this. See if we can attract... There we go. A few more pieces of attention here. I really hope this bio operator isn't going to be smart enough to like come around. I think he actually is. There's two bestial stalkers as well. Ooh, okay. So those are fairly advanced, fairly evolved zombie soldiers. We let the bio operator get close to us, thinking that we could take a swing at it with our sword, but he actually shocked us, which is very unfortunate because electricity is one of our greatest weaknesses, and we actually took a bunch of damage across all of our body parts because of that. We know better now not to do that. We have a couple coming in. Another shooter zombie with the caustic zombie there. Take a few hits. As soon as it grabs us, use our telekinesis. We'll pull in this sausage zombie. Just take a few swings at it with our Jian. Just kind of wear it down. It put acid on us. We really don't want to deal with that. So we shoved it backwards, crushed it against the wall. We're going to take a step back to see if we can just rest between these fights a little bit. In fact, we're going to go ahead and deal with a little bit of our pain ahead of time. Sid Menefed is not going to be significant in dealing with our pain. It really isn't. But it will deal with a little bit of the initial pain. We might need almost like more room for these things to be able to see us so that we're not crossing the stone as much. We can't afford to be grabbed. So the second that they grab us, that's when the telekinetic shove, the open palm to the chest, comes out. Yeah, that's right there. That's when it's bad. Fortunately, though, most of the shots just bounce off of our torso. Can we use this as cover? No. Okay, now we can hit him. This guy needs to go. Okay, Bilius is down. That's just a normal zombie soldier. Take a few swings at him. Jian goes out in a flash of light multiple times. We do push him back, make him waste some time trying to get back to us. Aiden thinks for a moment about the gun on his own back and then realizes, well, it's probably not going to be worthwhile because these guys are all wearing combat armor. So it's probably not going to be worthwhile to try and shoot them. Okay, we're going to yell. Make sure that anytime we're about to get in pain, that we have wind running going. We still cast it? No, it's too difficult now. Okay, there are too many, so we're going to actually pull one in and start dealing with him first, by himself. We always have this door behind us if we get overwhelmed. Oh, good. They actually took down the window for us. I actually like that because we don't need the window to waste their time. We have these rocks. Take several swings at him, wasting his time with the rocks. Strategy. Strategy is what's the most important right now. There's a zombie soldier and another zombie soldier. Okay. This is perfectly fine. He grabs us. We push him away. I don't really want to be seen by that Bilius. We're going to just send him backwards for now. We'll deal with him in a moment. Bilius does actually come in, which is great for us. Shove it backwards. It's down 2. We're going to actually back up. Take out another zombie soldier. Try and get a little bit of our stamina back. Yeah, there we go. There we go. We do have a little bit of pain on our chest there. We're actually going to bandage our chest just to make it feel a little bit better and do some alcohol wipes. We're actually very bad at bandaging, ironic, and I don't think that ibuprofen is going to do anything for us right now. There are a couple basics in here. There's a Bilius, which is a weaker version of a shooter zombie. Both of them get crushed against the back wall. Heavily weakened. Take them both down. Quickly and easily. Clean kills. We do hear crashing on the other side of the shack here. Okay, we see what's coming in. Fortunately, the shack is very durable. Very durable. So even though that they're starting to bust down the walls, it's not that big of a problem yet. We have a moment. Aiden takes a moment, takes a deep breath, concentrates and focuses. Just 5 minutes. That's all he needed. There are still so many out here, but we've at least started dealing with these. We're not going to shout yet. We're going to just try and pull one or two in by vision alone. See if we can take them down with our sword. We can. M4 carbine. There's so many guns here. So many guns. I am going to yell. There are several entrances now, so they should be able to see and or hear me. It might be time that we can start using the cars against them. These bestial stalkers are going to have a lot more durability, and unlike the basic zombies, we're not actually going to want to try and get in melee with them. What just shot at me? It said Bilius soldier. Where is he? He's all the way down there. Oh, there's a bunch more down here. Okay. Good to know. We're actually going to run backwards here. And my idea here is he'll go to where he last saw me, so I'm going to drag him through. Perfect. We drug him through the building there because he tried to come to where he last saw me. I'd really like to pull this guy, but there's still a wall in the way. It's a broken wooden wall at this point, but it is still a wall. I don't want to take too much acid damage, so we're going to focus on force pushing that particular one. Aiden took a moment to just calmly relax, and because this fight isn't honestly that scary for him, at least not yet. It's not even overconfidence, it's just that he feels like he can handle this. He actually took a moment to read his book, and knowing that he really needs to get better at wind running, he studied up on what he might be doing wrong. It let some of his wounds heal, his regeneration kicking in extremely well. Aiden's easily able to draw these in, draw them into the rubble of this area, and use their confusion and wasted time to take them down. That's a bestial stalker. We're gonna take a couple swings at it, but the second it grabs us, he's going away. And that's why we don't fight the bestial stalkers in place. In his arrogance, Aiden did actually take a melee fight with the bestial stalker, and it was going so well, but suddenly we are flung backwards. Our tactical backpack rips, we're hitting the wall, and we take so much damage. Did it just destroy our backpack? No. Stared and against the ground, prone, Aiden reaches out one hand, shoves the bestial stalker back, and attempts to stand. Struggling to stand, he finally gets to his feet, just as the next zombie soldier comes in. We are weakened now, but not down. We send this zombie backwards. We need a moment. Catch our breath. We're going to read a little bit more wind running to have something to read for the next 30 minutes here. Is there any other buildings nearby that we can retreat to? Worst case scenario. There is a house. Oh, even better, actually. There is forest. So if we start having problems to the point where we actually need to fully retreat, we can head back to that forest. I think that's what we're going to do is we're going to look through these bodies and see if we can find some medical gauze. Yep. And some bandages just to kind of cover up our wounds here. Okay, that zombie soldier is coming in very quickly at this point. We're going to take him around the corner. Run. Push him. Take him down. Well, we have food for days. That's for damn sure. We need to rest a little bit longer, though. As we were resting, unfortunately, it looks like the Kevlar zombie, I don't know if he heard us or something, or saw us, but he definitely did get close enough to us to be a problem. Aiden reaches out, focusing his mind once again, crushing him backwards, imagining him as nothing but a pea to be crushed on his plate. Do we take a swing at it? Do we risk the swing? Okay, we're going to take one swing. If he grabs us, no, it's not worth it. Our torso's too badly injured. It could just kill us. We'll take him down. Them trickling in like this, though, this is valuable. This is incredibly valuable. The zombie immediately grabbed me as soon as it came up. I was going to say that we were going to take care of it with the Jian for a moment, but that's not happening. Oh, that's really useful. As we checked this body, Aiden finds a grenade. Well, here's the thing about grenades. Grenades actually have an enormous range. So what we're going to do is we are going to press T, throw. Now we have to activate it first, right? So let's wield it. We'll drop our Jian. Is there a cloud of them somewhere, a dense area? Oh, they're like all the way over there. Okay, never mind. We're going to pick our Jian back up. We haven't activated the grenade yet, so it's still safe. We'll store it in our inventory. We need to wait for them to be... For the grenade to be worth it, we need to be able to kill like 2, maybe 3 of them at once. There's probably more grenades around here too. It does say a lot though that we are able to force shove even through unmanageable pain, because our force shove has got to the point where there's very little we don't know about it anymore. We're gonna take a few steps back so if we can see if anything's coming, and we're going to take another 30 minutes to try and get rid of some of this pain. Try and learn a little bit more about wind running. Learn about what we're doing wrong here. Aiden has already wiped out so many of these creatures. We are fully healed, but again, the pain is the problem is that even as Aiden's flesh knits, it does not deal with his nerves and the memories of the wounds he's taken. His body may be healed, but it remembers. Oh my gosh. We're a little bit too far away from the wall. We're not managing to do a lot of damage to these. We need to kill one of them. Okay. Brute is down. How damaged is the Kevlar zombie? Not enough. We're going to push him. Move in. Push him again. Move in. Drill him into this wall. He goes down. Just in time, too. We were quickly running out of stamina. Aiden has to catch his breath at the end of that fight. Our powers are overwhelming. They really are. But at the same time, oh boy, we are getting close way too often here. Okay, I don't even know how many there are left. We have taken out a significant chunk of them. I believe I saw at least one more bestial stalker over there, at the very least. We do know that we have based zombies left as well. Let's take a look at what we have left. We have an armored zombie. That guy is potentially a problem. We want to deal with him on his own if possible. There's several more. We don't want to get too far away from the shack here. Several more zombies over here. A couple coming in. A couple soldiers. Another tossed shooter off in the distance. We'll definitely want the cover of the shack for him. We're going to waste a little bit of time ourselves. Stepping in. Make them waste even more time with our maneuvers. Push him out. Make him waste his time again. This is how you deal with threats that you can't deal with. Make them waste their time. Make them use their resources and not yours. They might have incredible stamina, incredible durability. The average zombie never runs out of stamina, unlike we do. But we all have one shared resource. Time. And if you make them waste theirs, you'll win every fight. Aiden carefully maneuvers these two in order to be able to take them down separately, to be honest, because that was pretty important right there in that moment. I'm going to have to use like a shovel to get these corpses out afterwards. This is ridiculous. Literally ridiculous. Okay, the armored zombie is getting closer. He's 31 meters to the south now, but not close enough to be a problem yet. We're close, though. We're close to being a problem. Is there a way? Oh, mine. He is intimidating, isn't he? He is very intimidating. We can literally see the blood of what was under there leaking out from underneath. How fast is he? He's slower than us, actually. There's another zombie soldier in there. Can we pull him across the rocks? No, it looks like he's not going to play in that. We're going to guess that that's some sort of power suit, right? That's kind of what Aiden thinks here. That's some sort of power suit. So we're not going to get close to this guy. Wait, really? Even with one push in a suit like that, he's almost already dead. We crush him backwards. Can we pick up the suit ourselves? It looks like the suit is so destroyed, so burnt and twisted into the flesh of the zombie itself that's it's unrecoverable. He sighs, probably pretty heavily there. That's kind of a great loss. We wanted to see if we could just have that ourselves. Having a suit like that would be honestly a dream of ours. Not today. Not today. There are still a few zombie soldiers around here, but now there's enough of them, and this rubble here, this metal wreckage, is just as good as our earlier rubble, that we can probably fight them here. After a few hits, pull them back once. Perfect, perfect. Use this wreckage as a barrier. Which one of them is grabbing me? This one. He's got to go. Take him down as well. We're going to, while we're here, just in case something happens, we're going to pick up the DARPA hard case. Looks like that soldier is seen better days. For sure, seen better days. Is there any reason to attempt to loot these cars? It looks like they're completely trashed and thrashed. I think there's no value here. We did kind of corner ourselves a little bit here, but we're going to push this guy backwards, lure him into the wreckage, take a few swings at him, push him back again, repeat the process, lure him into more wreckage. I think they're actually being damaged by this wreckage as well. And these corpses seem to just be vanishing into the wreckage. If we had a shovel, we could probably clear some of this. And I think I've seen a shovel around here. There's been multiple entrenching tools. We have MREs for days, to be honest. We have so many MREs that any of them that are sealed, oh yeah, we'll go ahead and take the entrenching tool. Any of them that are sealed are probably just permanently going into our inventory. The unsealed ones, though, those might not last as long. Yeah, let's see. I mean, some of this, 3 seasons, 3 days, 4 days, 12 weeks. Yeah, some of this stuff is going to last a pretty long time. Our first thing, though, is going to be that we're going to probably focus first on getting, because we have a limited amount of inventory space in our canoe and on ourselves, and this is pretty far from home. Our first thing is going to be trying to grab as many guns as possible, I would think. Several of them we have seen did have guns on them already. Those caustic zombie soldiers definitely still need to go. In fact, I'm going to yell to try and draw some of that stuff over here. Looks like we're drawing 1 over. That's good enough for now. I'll accept that. Taking them out 1 by 1 is not honestly the worst idea anyways. So we can clear out the rubble in order to get to the corpses. Good to know, good to know. I just wanted to test that because I've never actually done that before. How expensive are these bayonets? Barter value $12. That's actually pretty good considering that these bayonets are all very light. We might start taking bayonets everywhere we see them. Because $12 a bayonet and them being this light. You know, let's see about the army bayonet because that was the USMC. Yeah, $12 again. Now that won't translate, right? That's going to be like $6. But it's rare to see something so light be so valuable. It's just a full-ass M4 carbine. Very nice. We're just going to turn in a huge package of essentially swords whenever we get back. Ooh, morphine. That's going to be good. Oh, and our Halligan bar, which apparently had fallen to the ground. That must have been what fell to the ground whenever the thing threw us away. To be honest, I almost forgot to check. That's very valuable, very important that we did actually end up finding that. I would have been missing that. This is why you favorite your items, because it'll automatically make a note whenever they drop. Although I will say, it didn't this time. So it took me about a minute to clear the rubble here. And in fact, it's probably a good idea for me to have cleared the rubble down the center. I probably should have done this before we actually started, to be honest. Another grenade. Amazing. Just so that we can manipulate this area a little bit better. I want to get this... I want to attract this zombie over here. I think after this, seeing how this fight went, Aiden thinks that this was good. Yes, but there was aspects of this that were honestly too close for comfort. Wind running did nothing for us. We don't have any ranged attacks. After this, we're going to take some time to study. We're going to study some of our technomancy books that we got, and we're going to study our telekinesis. Clear out all this rubble, because we're not going to need it very much anymore. And let's look around super fast. See what all we can find. But yeah, we're going to study our telekinesis. We're going to study our technomancy, and we're going to study our wind running. Make sure that these things are consistent. Now, mind you, our telekinesis is very consistent, but we know there's more we can do with it. There's more we can imagine to do with it. So there's no way this is the end. This is the capstone of our power. In fact, it feels like it's just the beginning. We feel like we're on the cusp of something incredible. I have ended up with 8 army bayonets, 2 National Guards, and 3 UMCs. So that's 13 bayonets. That's a grand total of like $130, $180, something like that, before whatever conversion rate is going to get applied by whoever we attempt to sell it to. It will most likely be that we sell this to the Edzodi, because they're the ones that we want the most money with, as they're the ones... They don't have quests for us like some of the others do, and there's not an obvious option like selling books. So I want to make sure that we sell a lot to them. Another grenade, another bayonet. I want to make sure that we sell a lot to them so that we can make sure to get money in the place where we can actually get cybernetics. That's the important thing there. I think we have done as much here as we can. As I say that, we start getting shot at by this caustic zombie. He stepped in some of the wreckage. Oh man, these guys actually kind of hurt. We want to pull them around this corner as best as we can. We're going to move to here, shove them farther into the wreckage, crushing him into the back part of the car and finishing him off inside. Ooh, he has a military ID card. Very nice. I don't know how valuable that really is, but I think we're going to just, instead of bringing a lot of this with us, a lot of the MREs with us, I think we might actually, and the IFAC pouches, I think we might actually just leave them here, and we're going to know where this location is. We're going to have this place marked, and we'll come back for those. I think the more important thing is that we leave with every bayonet because it's really light, and we leave with any gun that is worth anything. Like this combat service gun is worth $25. We'll leave with all of these guns. Like this one's worth $40. That's most of the rest of our weight, though, to bring that with me. And then the M4 carbine. Yeah, I don't know if I want to make multiple trips here either. We also got the case. We can come back to loot these. We can come back. Aiden stores his Gian and looks back over the carnage that he has wrought. Maybe we can take this aircraft carrier after all. Now, there's surely going to be more zombies, more soldiers in the aircraft carrier than there was even here. But this is a good sign. And we're going to pour Jean back out again because there are more zombie soldiers out here in the field. Because, of course, there are. Aiden, unfortunately, just had to do a straight fight against that zombie soldier. And, yeah, we did get hit once pretty hard, in fact, as well. Not the best. Not the best. We are going to once again avoid this FEMA refuge camp. But with the refuge camp and the remains of this battle being left back here, we definitely know that this is a place that we want to return to in the future. We're also going to avoid that wasp nest with an incredible distance. What is that? Oh, there's a portal in the distance. How fun. We're going to not get anywhere near that. As curious as Aiden is, that is a curiosity for a different day. That is a terrifying concept. We found some... Are those hostile? Hard to say? Small bipedal dinosaurs covered in feathers. Small hooked claws emerge from its feet and hands as a Sorornithos... That's a hard one. Sorornitholestes. Got it. First try. I am curious about this dump. Just make sure that it's not like occupied by people or something like that. No, it's filled with onzus, which are large feathered bipedal dinosaurs with a beak, a large head crest, sharp claws, and stemmed from dexterous hands. Those are definitely predators. So that dump, that regional dump, is actually just a dinosaur pen. I'm good with not. I am good with not. Let's head back to Hubba 1. Turn in this quest, turn in our spoils, and see what all of this gets us. Okay, we come in for a landing right near the meteorology station and the Hubba 1 itself. Is there any towers for us to climb at this meteorology station? That should be really nice. The meteorology station is probably why they are able to listen in to the rhythm of the Cataclysm, the rhythm of the portal storms. Something I hadn't considered before. Identify yourself. Let's discuss contracts. What would you like to discuss? I'm back from the convoy. Here's the hard case. They give us 4 Hubba 1 coins. This is the case. Thank you. Transferring the stipulated amount now. The tray slides back open with your payment. As an additional form of payment, you've been clearance to receive a map around this site to assist in your work. The standing price is 1 HGC. Please inform us if you'd like to perform that offer going forward. The original markings on that case had been scratched out. Who did it really belong to? The intercom is silent. Thank you. Is there anything fancier? No. Do they have... Ooh, there's a new contract. Light retrieval. Our facility once sourced advanced photonic circuitry from a nearby robotics manufacturer. Their building suffered major damage during the portal storms and collapsed almost entirely. However, preliminary scouting reveals that the basement prototyping lab likely remains intact. We ask that you investigate the ruins and, if possible, retrieve a template for the fabrication of said photonic circuitry. Completion of this contract records 8 HGC, the standard heightened hazard rate. If that's heightened hazard, maybe we take a moment before taking this contract. We are also willing to provide you with a set of protective gear at a considerable discount upon acceptance of the contract. You mentioned hazard pay. What are the dangers about that? You hear the paper shuffling. Our drones are unable to approach the structure too closely. A large amount of interference prevents surveillance, but long-distance measurements reveal a high concentration of toxic compounds in the air, as well as densely clustered heat signatures. We expect a high concentration of undead, and other dangers are likely. What kind of toxic compounds? The source of the chemical is unknown, as is the exact composition. Only trace amounts are present in the air itself. We can, however, extrapolate that something within the ruins is creating highly poisonous emissions. We do not know how strong these emissions will become, or what form they will take. Other dangers is a little vague. Do you have anything more substantial? To be more specific, there have been anomalous readings that we are unable to explain. Seismic disturbances that have been recorded emanating from the ruins, with a magnitude ranging from 2 to 4, and periodic vocalizations have been documented that exceed 150 decibels. Holy crap, that's a plane taking off. We are uncertain why or how these phenomena are created. Okay, understood. Let's do this. Very much. Thank you very much. The intercom recites a series of coordinates. Exercise a great deal of caution. We do not know what the conditions on the ground are like. Use your best judgment. As before, we are willing to offer you protective gear. How much? Tell me about it. Given the context of your assignment, we're willing to sell you a set of our protective gear, a gas mask, and a environmental suit at a considerable discount. We will part with it for 2 exchange coins. I'll have to give it some thought. We can actually ask him about the protective gear in the future as well. And yeah, let's trade with him. See if he has anything new for us. I don't think he's going to. Yeah, he doesn't. Not yet, at least. We might need to complete that other contract. Why do we suddenly have impaired hearing? We just heard northwest and below a bunch of whams and bangs. What the hell's going on down there? Whatever it was, it sounded like an enormous series of explosions. Strange. Also, there's a mercenary out here now. Who are you? There's a person reclined in the sofa here. They're very tall, and their legs reaching to the other armrest. They're wearing a set of Hubble 1's modular armor. An environmental suit in blue and brown is crumpled in a misshapen heap on the floor near the table, and leaning against the far armrest is a rifle, looking like nothing you've seen before. They look upwards towards you as you come through the door and wave a hand. Placeholder text. Wait a minute, did you just say placeholder text out loud? I sure did. I'm sorry. I'm just a stupid icebreaker. Old habits and all that. I set up. What's up? Who exactly are you? I'm just the same as you. Some nobody. Doing dirty work for scraps. No offense. None taken, I guess? That makes 2 of us. I guess so. They beam sheepishly. Call me Cranberry. Cran is fine too. It's nice to meet someone else here. I guess having some company for once wouldn't be too awful. I guess I could stay for a while? Cool. What do you know about our employers? Not a whole lot, really. They maybe tracked down and destroy some government documents a while back. Obviously, I read them first, but it wasn't much. As far as I know, this place had an experimental computer network before everything went to hell. What's going on in there now? It's anyone's guess. Hold on. Government documents? Yeah. Pretty crazy shit. They sent me to an office building to find a folder, a certain serial, and get rid of it. They didn't even care what was on it. By the time I got there, though, the building was pretty much a wreck. The folder had been sitting in a pile for God knows how long, and there was nothing even remotely legible by then. You said a computer network as well. Well, that's what the news said, anyway. It was only about a 20-minute trip from my apartment, and sometimes I drive past it. So I was curious, and I did some research into it. The only info I could find about it online said it was a NASA lab for computer research, and that was probably bullshit. I mean, do you see any NASA logos? Sure, we got huge steel doors and 15-foot concrete walls, but not a logo in sight. The building probably goes underground, right? That's way too small to be a whole laboratory up here. Strange bedfellows indeed. Cranberry laughs and says, well, it's good to have some company. Do you want help with anything? Cranberry sits up and says, I have a job for you. Want to hear about it? Sure. Well, a little while ago, I set up a radio transmission in the radio tower not far from here, but apparently it stopped transmitting. If you're willing to back me up while I check it out, I'll owe you a favor. This guy seems cool. I'll do it. All right. Let's be off. You don't mind taking point, right? Yeah, got any advice? I'm sure we'll figure it out once we get there. Bring a good weapon and some ammo just in case. If you can. No idea what insanity the end has brought upon us this time. Sounds good. Thanks. I don't have any other jobs for you. Yeah, of course. Of course. Should get going. Oh, we can also discuss combat strategy with him. I was going through his options real quick on my own because I've never had an NPC in Cataclysm before. Let's talk combat strategy. Currently, Cranberry Foster, the hub mercenary, will engage nearby enemies. She will follow you closely even... Oh, I didn't even pick that up. She will follow you closely even when threatened. She will follow you at about 4 paces. She will only use silence range weapons, no grenades, and will avoid shooting if allies are in the line of fire. She will move freely to attack enemies. Okay, I like the engagement rules. I like the don't move onto obstacles adjacent to me. She will hold the line by not moving into dangerous doorways or obstructions dangerous to you. Good, good. Okay, engagement rules. Currently, she will engage nearby enemies. Let's see. I kind of don't want her to move too far, but I don't want her firing her gun either. I don't want to say attack only enemies you can reach without moving because there's a chance that's bad. And I don't know how force push interacts with saying enemies that I attack first. I think I'll leave her on nearby enemies. I think this is good. The one that I like the most is that she'll follow us closely whenever threatened. So is she actually an ally now? She is, and she's following us. You know, this might not be the worst thing ever. Let's see. Is she talking about this location right here? She is. Aiden and Cranberry, this new mercenary that we've come across in the Hub 01, begin to head out to their destination. We're not sure what's going to be here. She does have a full set of Hub 01 gear and a National Guard bayonets and a Hub 01 rifle of some regard. We're not sure what we're going to face, but we did pass by this place on the way in and it didn't seem too bad. She's a potential ally. However, we're going to have to end here. If you've gotten to the end of the episode, I would actually like some advice from anyone who knows Cataclysm well. I've never actually done anything with NPCs before, so if there's any tips or tricks you might have, get in the comments and let me know. Things that might be useful for commanding this person around in the middle of a firefight. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode, and if you have any other comments, please of course leave them below, and subscribe for more Cataclysm and hard video games. I hope you all have a fine evening. Goodbye.